Hey guys, SK here, back with another Clash Royale video. Hope you guys are all doing well. In today's video, I'm actually going to be doing a viewer deck request. That's right, I do read all your guys' comments, and sometimes I do listen to your ideas, suggestions, and requests. I'm going to be playing Icebow today on ladder, so it's going to be a pretty interesting time. I have not played Icebow in a fat minute. It's been at least a few months, and I'm not actually sure when the last Icebow video I made on my channel was, so it's going to be very interesting again. So shout out to Let's Go ZW2NM. He is the commenter that initially requested for an Icebow video, and someone else suggested Hunter CR's content, which I was like, big vouch for Hunter. He is a good friend of mine and pretty much the best Icebow player in the world, one of the only people single-handedly keeping this deck still alive. And then Let's Go actually commented that he might be a bit of a nerd, but he actually wanted to study the gameplay style of multiple strong Xbow players playing Icebow, so that's why he still wanted to see me play it. And I was like, I actually do appreciate that, because, you know, even though better players out there, Hunter, it actually did mean quite a lot that someone wanted to see me play it specifically. Like, that actually does mean a lot to me, so I was grateful, I appreciated it. Oh, we see an E-Giant. Okay, I'm really surprised. Wait, an Evo Bomber. Okay, that's just going to melt my Xbow and tower. Beautifully balanced card right there, by the way, guys. Evo Bomber basically punishes you for playing an Xbow. He gets 2 hits in both lanes. Look at that, absolutely balanced gameplay. Anyways, though, I did appreciate the comment by Let's Go quite a lot, and also Slytherin Sloth. Shout out to Slytherin Sloth, another really chill dude in my comments. He's been commenting for many months now, and I really do appreciate listening to his positive words all the time. But he also said that it would be interesting to see the gameplay style difference between me and someone like Hunter, and also if I could like point out situations that would be different with 3.0 and Icebow, because, you know, I am a 3.0 Xbow Cycle main, and I thought that would be very interesting. So yeah, here I am, guys, playing the highly requested deck Icebow. Hope you guys enjoy this one. I'm playing with Evo Valkyrie. Normally Icebow, the best card I would say in this slot is going to be Knight for sure. Hunter always plays with Knight. I'm just playing Valkyrie because I have a soft spot for her. If you guys did not know, I actually did teach myself Icebow back in the day when I was a 2.9 Xbow Cycle player, before 3.0 even existed. I did learn Icebow to get 10, 12 win grand challenges on my legendary pop account for the first time, and I did so with Icebow Valkyrie, so it's just, you know, bringing back sweet memories of mine. It's like an OG thing. This Bomber is going to be problematic, man. I'm going to kill it with a Tesla, but Bomber gets 2 more hits on my tower. Oh my god. I'm going to have to, like, get a lock somehow. I'll just go in, but this is, like, a really weird deck. It's like Miner Wall Breakers, but instead of, like, a Miner, he has an E-Giant. Like, he has Knight, Bomb Tower. It's so annoying. I'm going to try and get some offense here, using the NATO on offense. That is something you guys can do. Use the Tornado on offense. Also try and give some Icebow tips when I can. I did make a really nice Icebow video the other day, or not the other day, the other year actually. It was like over a year ago, but I included like little tips. Oh, he's also very low in elixir, by the way. That's why I'm going Xbow on the left right now, because he went for that bomb tower very low. Yup, I'm going to go Valk to predict a bomber right now. Yes, he goes Evo Bomber. Perfect prediction. If I did not predict that correctly, he would have gotten like 2 hits on my tower. So that play single-handedly, number 1, brought me back into this game, and number 2, saved me from losing off the Evo Bomber, so that was really nice by me. Number 1, the Xbow punish. Icebow is still an Xbow deck, so even though I feel like this deck does play differently to 3.0, I'll get more into that as we get into more matches. I do still believe that you can use Xbows to do offensive pressure pretty well and pretty effectively. Nice, the Evo Valk pulls that LP into tower range, so it's actually going to die to the tower, and the guard is not going to tank for it. Very nice, and I'm just going to log this Bomber. Evo Valk is honestly a very fun card, guys. I think it's very, I guess, like, balanced is the best way to put it. I was going to say underrated, but honestly it's not. Like, it's not that strong. And I think it's actually a perfect sweet spot of how Evo should be, to be honest. Like, Evo should not be game-breaking like the Wall Breakers, like the Bomber, like Archers when they were released, like Knight. I think they should just be like the Valk or like the Ice Spirit, where they're just, like, sort of balanced, you know? They're not too broken and overpowered and game breaking. They're an addition to the base card, and they don't break the game at the same time. I'm going to show you guys a fun little trick here. Rocket plus Tornado. We do hit the E-Giant while clipping the tower, so it's kind of a form of Rocket Cycle, where if you can get value on, say, an E-Giant, or I would even do that against like a Royal Giant, maybe even a normal Giant probably, but it's just a fun way to spell Cycle. I'm gonna have to watch out for the Evo Bomber. Yeah, I'm gonna NATO back. Okay, that's an Evo Knight, not a Bomber, but I'll have to watch out for the next Evo Bomber. I'll probably have to like predict it or something, because he is back to it. Like, I think that's 1 cycle, that stupid card, and I am actually pretty worried about it. So let's see, this Tesla will do a pretty good job. He gives a good game. It should be, as long as I don't take an Evo Bomber to the face. I'll go Ice Wiz super high, get my NATO ready for his Evo Bomber skeletons to predict as well. Yep, he's going. Okay, perfect NATO, and log as well to make sure it doesn't get a hit. Okay, that was really nice by me. Honestly, if that hit my tower, I might have lost, but we are going to take it with the rocket. So very nice first win against Electro Giant Evo Bomber. Alright guys, into our next match against FLO, and special shout out to my good friend Hunter CR. If he's watching this, then special shout out to, I know he is commenting on my videos sometimes, and we have a thing going. I comment on a lot of his videos as well. Like, he's just a really good friend of mine. I've known him for years in the Clash Royale community. I think we first met in a group chat like years ago, and we just kind of got closer, especially as both as content creators, like Xbow players too. Like, just, we are pretty tight, and it's pretty nice being friends with him. And so yeah, shout out to Hunter, guys. If you did not know, he is an Icebow content creator, and his channel, I will link it in the description below so you guys can check it out. And that is definitely going to be my #1 recommendation of a go-to Icebow source, because he plays the deck I'm playing right now with pretty much 50,000 times more accuracy, honestly. So and he actually finished like top 70 last season with Icebow, like absolutely crazy, in one of the worst metas for Xbow as well. So yeah, special shout out to Hunter. We always comment on each other's videos and posts and stuff. It's very nice, very chill, always a good time. And he mentioned me in his last video, so that was really nice to see. So yeah, anyways, hopefully he does not cringe too hard at this Icebow gameplay of mine. Hopefully I can do him proud. So I'm going to go Xbow right now. He does go for a poison. I don't know if that was a prediction poison or not, but it was actually kind of impressive, I can't lie. I think I will go Evo Skeles here. He is going to be forced to respond with something else. He does have a log. Okay, that was maybe not the best play in that case. A bit unfortunate right there, but it should be fine. Valk will counter push a little bit, maybe get a hit on the tower. On another note, if you guys do enjoy the videos, please make sure to like and subscribe. We are slowly on our way to 35k. I'm at like 34.1k now, so it's pretty nice. I've just started doing this in every video. Like, if you guys do enjoy it, make sure to like and sub. It's just like a nice little call to action, and also it's like a kind of progress checker, because I'm always like, oh, I just hit 34k, or I'm on my way to 33k now, and it's just been nice. But yeah, if you guys do enjoy the content, you know, always trying my best. Like here right now, I'm listening to your guys' deck requests and suggestions. So if you guys do appreciate that, then feel free to show some love. Gonna rocket this Musketeer. I think I'll let the Xbow go. It's totally fine. He is getting poison value on my Xbow and tower, but I just want to get rocket value when I can as well, because it's gonna be pretty annoying dealing with this deck if I just go Xbow all the time. I'm gonna NATO all this back, and that should be a dead Mortar. Yeah, thank God. Evo Mortar is a huge problem, so I need to watch out around that. I'm playing with the Evo Skeles too, by the way. They're actually very underrated, I feel. One of the best Evos in the game for sure. I think people are starting to realize it more and more as of late. I've seen lots of people like kind of complaining about the card, actually. I'm tempted to rocket that knight, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do it now, because there's no play I can really make into that Mortar. Low-key, if I see a defensive Mortar, I might just be tempted to rocket it anyways. So he gave me a free rocket on the knight. Like, I'm definitely going to take that. Going to Valk the back, and should help against a possible miner coming down. He is building up a massive push, but I should be good. I'll just go for like Tesla, or actually Icewiz is even better, I think. Evo Valk is pulling the Muskie in, and that's going to be a dead Musketeer. It does get one hit on the tower. A bit unfortunate there, but it's not too bad. I actually think okay, I can't rocket, I just realized. I think he's back to his Evo Mortar right now, guys, so yeah, it's definitely not time to go rocket, nor is it even time to go Xbow right away. I have to tank for that first. I'll go Xbow right now, so I can hopefully get away with just going Icewiz on this Mortar, and while he's distracted by the Xbow, I can like get away with defending that for cheap, because I really do not want to deal with that Evo Mortar, to be honest. Gonna NATO all this back, maybe get a small lock. Knight should get pulled into the Tesla. Okay, that Goblin is being a bit annoying. This actually looks pretty good for me, I think. Maybe I'll get a small Xbow connection, and I do. Very nice. That is pretty much going to be game now. I think that was pretty well sequenced by me. You know, he committed a lot to his side. He went Evo Knight, Evo Mortar, so I pretty much just made sure to pressure at the same time, and kind of got him. I'm going to go for a Tesla like this, guys. Nice placement. Going to NATO all this back. I think I'm fine. I'll just log this, and I think this should be a dead push right there. Yeah, pretty decent defense. Now that we're in triple, I can actually just defensive Xbow later on and not really worry about him having to poison me out anyways. I'm going to go in with my Evo Valk as well and NATO this Musketeer into my Valkyrie to kill it as fast as I can. That's also gets shredded, and this is looking really nice. I actually might just rocket tower right now. He poisons. Yeah, I'm just going to rocket. Honestly, that's like 2 rockets to take it. So rocket number 1, and he is barely like getting any damage on my towers, actually. Like, he's been getting decent spell damage, but otherwise nothing too crazy. Evo Mortar's there, but the X was on the Mortar. Beautiful. That's going to be a dead Mortar, and that is definitely GG. Now I just have to go for the rocket, and that will secure it. I'll go Evo Skeles just for the mini flex of getting them down before the rocket comes down. But yeah, very nice win against Evo Mortar Poison. Pretty interesting matchup, I suppose. Alright guys, into a match against R2 ITL, and you will notice I'm on my legendary pop account, so I'm just pushing up to Ultimate Champion. I'll probably do the final Ultimate Champion video with Xbow Cycle as usual, but I just thought I'd make Icebow part of the push right now. I actually was trying to push on top ladder with my SK555 account, and then I only have like 70k wildcards, and I don't have like too much on Icebow Max. I have like 4 cards missing actually. I don't think I have Icewiz, Valk, NATO, and Rocket. I think I have none of them. Like I have them all at level 14 actually, so a bit unfortunate right there. Xbow should hopefully get a mini lock. Yeah, we get a baby lock in the left. But yeah, that's why I had to actually switch to my legendary pop account, guys, because I did not have Icebow maxed on either one of them. And actually, just in spirit of Hunter and this video, I did fully max my Icebow deck. I did a community post about it, and people were happy. So yeah, that's pretty clutch. Maybe I can make more Icebow videos in the future now that I actually have it maxed. I'll see how this one performs, you know, I'm gonna just see how it goes. Hopefully you guys do enjoy me actually listening to the deck requests and everything, but we'll see how it goes. Gonna go in again. He's playing like Minor Poison, so I think Single Elixir is a pretty key. At least one thing that I think should say the same with Xbow and this deck right now is that I think Single Elixir is very important in certain matchups, and so I think this is one as well. I'm gonna log to get back to my Ice Wizard, and I think I should be fine. Okay, I have to Tesla, actually. You cannot Ice Wizard for this. And I might actually take some Evo Knight damage here, because that card is pretty tanky. Oh, I'm just going to go for the Ice Wizard now, actually. I could have also activated King, but I think Ice Wizard was a much safer bet. I could still NATO, but I think that Miner is also about to die, so there's no real point. But yeah, you guys will also notice, I'll start talking about some differences now as well, just to make the video more insightful and educational for you as well. But basically, Xbow Cycle is a very aggressive deck. You play it very passively in some situations, but lots of times, say they go I drag the back, they go any 4 elixir card in the back really. I am usually going Xbow opposite lane, especially if I already pre-cycled my archers, so that is a big part of it. And then also, you have the advantage of having a faster cycle with Xbow Cycle, of course. Like, you have your double cycle cards. Icebow only has a skeleton, so that is another minor difference between these decks, as I get 1 bolt in the right. Gonna keep the pressure up. But yeah, Icebow is a much more chill deck, no pun intended, because we have the Ice Wizard. Gonna go for a nice trick here. NATO to cut the knight out of range. You do get a lock for that. And good prediction on the bottom tower with my Valkyrie. That should be a big connection. Gonna catch this miner. Although the Valk kind of screws it over by pulling it into the Xbow, but that is a huge lock, as you guys can see. Beautiful trick there. Just going for the NATO to kite their mini tank out of Xbow range, and you can get a big game-winning connection as a result of it. My opponent just giving the wow, because yeah, he's kind of flabbergasted, but that is pretty much good game at this point. But yeah, Icebow is a much more passive deck in overall terms. Like, you have a slower cycle. You kind of have to cope with a slower cycle by just chilling. You can't go Xbow as much, especially in single. I feel like you're just going to be defending and playing more passively a lot of the time, whereas with Xbow, you can actually afford to be more aggressive in many situations, because you will have your cycle cards to kind of bail you out in a way. There's also the fact that we have the triple spells, so we can actually activate King in many matchups, and that's going to be super helpful. I think Icebow does actually have matchup against Hoggy Q, which is really nice. If you're struggling with Hoggy Q, maybe give Icebow a try. Although I can't, in good conscience, recommend Icebow as a very solid deck, because honestly it's just not a strong deck. Like, Xbow itself is not a very strong card. Xbow is doing okay because of the merits of the Evos, Evo Archers, Evo Skeles. Like, the Xbow deck itself is not that good. And Icebow, quite frankly, is just not amazing either. I mean, it relies on the Rocket as a second win condition, and Rocket is so bad. Like, it got nerfed a while ago. It's never been the same ever since in terms of its tower damage, so yeah. Also, okay, the Evo Skeles did not beat that poison out. Sometimes they do, funnily enough, but I'll keep the pressure up. I think that was a really bad set of bats going right into my Ice Wizard, so I'll just keep going. Skeles for this miner, and I could go for my NATO if I need to. Oh, Evo Valk does pull that in. Gonna log as well. Let me NATO this miner into my Valk. Okay, that did not work out the way I wanted it to, but it should be fine. I'll just go for a Rocket number 1, actually. I think I'll be fine just going for the double Rocket now. I think that should be Rocket log NATO range, if I'm not mistaken. Icewiz spawn will kill all those bats. Gonna activate King off this miner super late into the last 30 seconds of a 5-minute match, but still doesn't hurt to get activation. I don't know Rocket damage anymore. I don't play Icebow, but okay, that is enough damage, 80. So GG's, very nice win against Minor Poison. Kind of an annoying matchup, but especially if you employ the trick that I did by cutting the knight out of range with a tornado, you can get an Xbow lock, catch them off guard, and win the game off of that. That's going to be Royal Champion League. Let's keep going, guys. I'll get a few more wins in for you. Alright, final match against D Wooder 22. More differences again, as I mentioned, the rocket is a secondary win condition in this deck because it is a pretty high damaging spell. So we usually do rely on the rocket in situations where we cannot actually break through with Xbows, for example. Let me think of some examples. I think maybe like Logbait is one good example where they're going to defend your Xbow perfectly every time, so you go rocket to get tower damage. Minor Poison is actually another example because you're not going to defend... You're not going to break through a good Minor Poison player ever, so you pretty much have to rocket because Xbows are not going to do the trick. Of course, I did a nice little trick in that game to pull that Minor out of, or Knight rather, out of Xbow range, but without those tricks, without that flashy little play that you can make with this deck, it's not really going to be the same. Okay, let me go for a Tesla in the middle, and then Ice Wiz below. I'll let the Tesla die, and this should full defend everything, I'm pretty sure. Yes, very nice. Ice Wiz should be fine, and that Dark Princess just feeds me a Valkyrie. Because she will protect the Ice Wiz and also help against the Dark Prince. I think that was a pretty big mistake, actually. Although he might... Oh, no, he did know I had a Valkyrie, actually, so that was definitely a mistake. Mother Witch is interesting. I could honestly ignore that and go Xbow on the right. I know he's like at 2 elixir right now, but I think there's no point. I'll just go for the log. Okay, he does just ignore the Valk in the other lane, which is nice. I'll get back to my NATO to kill this Mother Witch, and then my Evo Skeles will full counter this Ram. I think that was kind of a nice sequence. As you guys can see, the cycle is a bit awkward and slow sometimes, so you're not really going to be able to like do everything super cleanly and fast cycle like through Pronexus cycles. So you have to be pretty creative with how you manage your cycle with this deck especially. So for example there, I think that was a pretty nice play, you know, just going for the Evo Skeles and NATO to kill the Mother Witch before it could do anything, and then the Evo Skeles helped against the Battle Ram. Also going to do a little thing called sack and attack here, guys, because I'm fairly certain he's low in elixir, so I ignore the entire bandit. Just try and get a huge lock and win the game off of this Xbow. It looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. Evo Valk shreds those Evo Barbs with the help of the log, and that is indeed going to be good game. iDrag is seen for the first time here. Valk actually kites it really far away from the Xbow. I'll just enter Tesla, and I can Skeletons to kite it in. The Valk is still going. Evo Valk is so fun, man. Like, it's really not that good because it doesn't have any stat buffs compared to the base Valk, but it's just such a fun card. I do enjoy playing it quite a bit. I'll go Valk. He's playing like Bridgespam double Prince. Kind of an interesting matchup, I suppose. I'll log these Princes back. I can let the Tesla die. NATO everything into my Valkyrie, and that should be very nicely defended. Yeah, I can go Xbow actually because... Okay, good thing I didn't. I was about to, but he's just spamming even harder. Already back to another Valkyrie, by the way, so let me just go for that. And then once that locks on to the Valk, I will go Xbow. I think I have Evo Skeles coming up in cycle 2. I'll go Ice Wiz the bridge to cycle back to my Evo Skeles in the left for that Prince. Again, just a sequencing thing, pretty fun. Let me NATO this Ram into the Evo Skeles as well. And Evo Skeles, as you can see, get a huge positive trade in the left. Beautiful card. Very high value, very powerful card. And that's going to be a very nice, pretty much a free win because I played really well and that was a pretty good matchup. Alright guys, into our match against So Roush 9198. I'm kind of feeling Icebow, honestly. Like, it's not amazing. I have not had like free wins every game, but it's just very fun. I do enjoy this deck quite a bit. So Wallbreaker is not going to be a great sign, honestly. Ice Wiz should kill all of those though. With the slowdown, Skeletons are seen. Okay, Princess. Wait, this is weird. Wait, Wallbreaker's Princess. Okay, Ice Wiz will get a couple hits on the tower, doing me a solid there. Not bad. Let's see what else he's going to have. I'll actually just leak. Okay, RG. I'll go Valk the back. Honestly, guys, this is another situation. Through no difference versus Icebow. If I see this with Through Nexus Cycle, I'm going Xbow opposite every single time. But quite frankly, I don't feel comfortable doing that with this deck because I don't know what's in his deck. Yeah, he has a Sparky. Say I went Xbow opposite. He could have gone Sparky on it, and then I would have had to deal with both the RG and the Sparky while being down 6 elixir technically because the Xbow would have died to the Sparky. So I think just going Valk to match the RG was a very safe bet, and I think that's just, again, a big example and difference for Sloth, who asked between Thurpino and Icebow. Icebow, you just cannot afford to be as aggressive in many, many situations. Princess Bridge, that's annoying. I thought he was going to go RG, to be honest, but Princess, they're pretty much the same thing, right? They both hit from basically across the bridge. I'll just log it off, though. He has Wallbreaker. This is such a weird deck, man. What is this? Wallbreaker's Princess RG? Like, what the hell? Honestly, you use Evo RG low. I'll Valk first because I want to get back to my Evo Valk as fast as I can, and then I can just Tesla low. Again, is he going to go Sparky? I think he's back to Sparky, right? So he honestly could. I'll go Tesla now. He rages it up. I might have to... Actually, I think I can just Xbow with this, honestly. He might have lost the game, guys. Like, I'll ignore those wall breakers on... Actually, I'll log them. Why not? I'll log them. That's 2 elixir, and yeah, the log wouldn't have done anything against the Skelly Drag, so that's definitely not worth saving my log. I mean, this Princess, maybe I could have saved log for her, but Yeah, I think that was definitely worth it. I mean, I still got a huge punish. He was just a bit too aggressive with his RG, so honestly, like, I just kind of punished him for that with the Xbow after he outcycled himself with it. Like, he just did not get back to the RG because he just played it himself. And Evo Skeles doing their thing, going absolutely wild. Go Evo Valk on this RG. Should pull it back and help a bit. Maybe not. She does help against the Skeledrags, I guess. I like how she hits air. Like, it's not anything special. It's just a nice little thing. She does, like, minor air damage. Okay, I'll go Skeles and then, like, check out this beautiful log, guys, on the Mini P.E.K.K.A. and the Princess. To get me another Xbow lock? No, okay. Oh, wall breakers are going to destroy my... I should have gone NATO instead. That's my bad, guys. If I went NATO, I might have won the game, honestly, off that lock, so might be. Shouldn't be too bad, though. We might go Evo RG the bridge right now. I'll just Tesla Ice Wiz. He does not go RG. That's fine. I am big chilling, like, I'm not complaining about any situation here. And this is the beauty of Rocket, actually. I guess, like, for the most part, it's kind of a dead spell. But against, like, Sparky decks, it's so nice, because you just get a 6-for-6 insta-kill that Sparky, never have to worry about it, ever. I'll go Skeles Valk for this, and I think I'll just try and DPS the RG as much as I can. Oh, let me show you a fun trick here, guys. I'll log and then NATO the Princess into range of getting logged. Fun little trick right there for you. That should be a fully defended RG without any Tesla as well. Yup, very nice, because Ice was slow. Is very good. I'll just rocket. Actually, do I need to rocket that? I think maybe I don't need to rocket that, actually. Because the Evo Skeles, right? They can do their thing. Maybe. Okay, maybe I... Okay, this is, like, scuffed. I'll NATO back. Ice was low. Maybe I can kill the Sparky before it gets a hit. Evo Valk, maybe? Okay, nice. Actually, I did do that, guys. Somehow, I control that Sparky by, like, just playing around it, like, dancing around it for, like, 30 seconds straight. But that worked out pretty well. Just gonna rocket this one. Unfortunately, we'll get a lot of value. Goodbye, Evo Valkyrie. You will be missed. But, just gonna rocket it off anyways. Log these wall breakers back. Tesla getting infinite value, love to see it. Gonna Skeles for the Mini P.E.K.K.A, Ice Wiz for the Princess. And this is pretty much all she wrote at this point. This is all wrapped up. Like, there's nothing this guy can do. Like, Icebow is such an oppressive deck, I'll be honest, guys, in the right situations. Like, this guy doesn't have a big spell, I don't think. So he can't kill my Ice Wiz on my side, he can't kill my Tesla. Can't really kill my Valkyrie except for, like, a Mini P.E.K.K.A, I suppose. So, like, the deck is just kind of rolling over this dude. Again, gonna do the fun trick, log NATO to kill the Princess, rocket the Sparky off ASAP. And he's gotten, like, no damage on my tower. I think his only damage was, like, maybe one RG hit at some point, and then, like, maybe one wall breaker connection at some point, and then, like, Princess Bridge damage. That's about it. Low Ice Wiz should do fine. Back to an RG, but, like, this deck has very solid RG defense, too. I mean, Ice Wiz, NATO, Valk can full defend an RG without a Tesla. Then don't get me started on the Teslas itself as well. Gonna Skeles for these wall breakers. Evo Valk is back. That was a really nice game, like, pretty much no mistakes on my end, like, just shows the true potential of Icebow, guys. If you're struggling with, like, these weird mid-ladder decks that have no big spells, Icebow truly can run over all of them, so that was really nice. And I think I'll go for one more win to close off the video. Alright, guys, we are into, hopefully, the final match against Martin Odegaard. I don't know how to pronounce that O, actually, so forgive me for that if any of you are from whichever country in Europe uses that O. I'm not entirely sure, actually, but Evo Knight first play. I'll go Ice Wiz to match it. In terms of playing this deck, guys, I think I've gone over some differences with 3.0. The cycle is slower, so you have to play more passive, especially in single. Sometimes you lean on the Rocket as a win con if you can't break through with the Xbow. But another thing that I forgot to mention is the actual cycling of the cards in this deck, and I feel like Tesla is an okay play. So like Tesla, the bridge, Tesla up high. It's actually nothing you'd really do with 3.0 that often, but you can do it with Icebow, so it's pretty interesting. And also, I think this is definitely like an Ice Wiz cycle deck. Like, you have your Valk in here, Knight if you're playing Knight, or Valk if you want to follow along with me and play Valkyrie, but usually you are much safer off cycling a Ice Wizard or an Ice Wizard as opposed to the tank. It's just a safer option. Gonna go Xbow. I think he's in trouble, actually. He committed a lot to that push. This is a pretty big counter push, and I don't think he can stop this. Like, can he? Maybe he can, but hopefully not. I mean, he committed a lot of elixir just now. I have my Evo Skeles too, by the way, so they can maybe get a lot of value because he just went for the log. I'll go Tesla, Evo Skeles. Maybe I'll get a small Xbow connection here. He has to poison, I think. That's like his only option. LP is not going to do it. That should die. Like, that really should die. So I'll get a mini lock, honestly. Bit underwhelming. I was hoping for more, but that's like 500, I guess. I can't complain too much. It's still damage, so it's okay. Minor Poison, a bit of an annoying matchup. It looks like we're against Minor Poison again, though. This deck is like everywhere, so you guys do have to know how to play against this deck. Again, a nice little thing you can do. The trick that I used to beat the last guy was NATO the tank out of range. Sometimes they're not ready for it. Sometimes you just win the game off of it. Another trick you can do is, or not even a trick, but another thing you can do is just eventually Rocket Cycle if you can't break through and keep up, which I might have to do against this guy. It looks like he's playing it quite a bit better than the last guy already. Just going to go for a high Tesla, anti-poison placement. Valk is going to die, unfortunately. She's not very, like, tanky. She is just a Valk after all, like, normal HP Valkyrie. Nothing differentiating those two. Does go for the low bomb tower. There's nothing I can do against that either, by the way. Like, I'm not playing through Pano where I have the fireball, so I can't really do anything about that low bomb tower, unfortunately for me. He goes for the LP ability. Kind of a misplay, I feel, because the LP is already targeted on by the Tesla. I'll NATO this out of range. Okay, he does go for a nice bomb tower. You guys can see I tried to trick him just now, though. I tried to get him with that NATO. If he was not ready, I would have gotten a lock because I would have kited that and pulled it out of range. So always trying to get a bit sneaky with it, get these tricks going. I'll try again. Let me kite this out of range, but just get the knight down in time this time around. Valk. I'll NATO this into the Valk, actually. That'll kill the LP, hopefully. I just want that card dead, honestly. It's so annoying. Nice, okay. Even if my Xbow dies, at least the LP is dead as well. Very fun trick, guys, with Icebow against, like, many attackers, like glass cannons especially, you know, Musketeer, Wizard, Little Prince. You can NATO them into your Valkyrie and actually kill them early like I did right there. He's probably going to go LP. Yeah, I can't do anything about that, unfortunately. I'll let it go. Well, I'll NATO back, actually. Maybe I can do that, and then Evo Skeles as well. Nah, this is not happening. Like, that's a dead Xbow, but at least I tried, you know? At least I can say that I tried. Gonna Ice Whiz for this again. Like, we're not really making much progress, but neither is he, to be fair. I mean, he's not really... I swear he has poison in this deck, right? Does he not? Like, I think he does. Maybe he doesn't, actually, but... Oh, no, he does. He definitely does. Yeah, there it is. Like, he's playing very passively, honestly. I'll try NATO whatever he plays out of range. Okay, no. LP. I'll log it back. Ice Whiz for the Guardian. Maybe I can NATO his knight out of range now, because he has to go knight. Let me go for it. NATO, please. And... Okay, doesn't work out. He played his knight kind of high up, so that was well played. If he played it, like, right in front of the tower, then that would have been out of range. Still, though, can't blame me for trying, right? Gonna catch this miner. Skeles Tesla. I think this is just a situation of Rocket Cycle now. This is exactly what I was talking about, guys, with the secondary win condition thing, where if you can't break through in some matchups against decks with Icebow, you just Rocket Cycle. Like, it's just a fact of life. So, Rocket number 1, as he's spamming the minor poisons already, but I'm just gonna keep the rockets coming, to be honest. Like, I am just gonna keep... I was gonna say something stupid about that, but I'm not going to, but... Do I get a rocket down when he has an LP? I think I have to still. I'll NATO this away from the tower, just minimize damage a little bit. He does have a 3-card cycle right now. He's going to be drawing Venn diagrams on my tower with poisons eventually, but Evo Skeles melt that miner before he even has a chance to go poison. Kind of a misplay on his end. LP's a bit problematic. I'll NATO all this back. Have to get back to my Valkyrie to kill it, but I think I'm good. Yeah, Valk, and I can just rocket the tower now. Let me just get the 3rd rocket. So as you guys can see, pretty efficient rocket cycle. Good defense in mind as well, and that is how you play Icebow with the secondary win condition. So that is honestly a very fun video overall. Like, I really did enjoy playing Icebow, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching me play it as well. I had some great games against Minor Poison, against E-Giant, against some mid-ladder menaces. The whole array of decks was there, and that's going to put me pretty close to Ultimate Champion, like decent enough ladder push, as you guys can see. So yeah, pretty ready to record my Ultimate Champion video next up. But yeah, that's about it for the video, guys. Hope you did enjoy the Icebow ladder push. Let me know if you did enjoy it, if you'd like to see more Icebow content, and you can use the knight if you don't have the Valk, but either one is just very fun. So that's about it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.